Okay, I think we're live. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Tis me, Laura, with Kebby as always, and Lizelle Sandberry. Woo! Fancy writer,
Celebrated author.
Lizelle.
Celebrated author, Lizelle Sandberg.
Yes, exactly. Award nominated.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's right. Who has a new book coming out right at the beginning of the new year in February. Ooh, is that the arc? I've seen
Yeah,
it.
that's the arc. Yeah.
Okay. I
There
like
you
it. Like to
go.
see it. Tender Beast, I can personally attest that this is a great one because I read it and gave feedback on it. So, and it is fantastic. So, hi Regina, hi Christian, hi Becca, hello. Also, if you're tuning into this late, like my girl Lindsay, who's going to be watching us tomorrow, comment down below, say hello. I haven't talked to, well, I've talked to you, Lindsay, but I haven't talked to a lot of you in a minute. So it is so nice to see familiar faces. I am actually working on my book in a substantial way that I don't feel embarrassed to talk about with other people. So that's why I'm here. So I actually have the week off from work and I want to actually get some writing done. And Lord knows, when left to my own devices, I cannot do very much. So I thought we could do some live streaming, have some fellowship, and actually get some work done and not find a reason for me to give myself an excuse. Like there's a new episode of 90 Day the other way tonight, you know? Which, Lizelle, if you are not watching this season,
I'm behind, man. I'm trying to catch up. I went and visited my mom for a week, and she was like on it. She had me on 90 Day the Other Way, 90 Day, The Family Chantal. She was like,
I have not gotten into The Family Chantal this season yet, but I am watching 90 Day before the 90 days. I'm watching 90 Day the Other Way. I was watching The Final Resort. I think those are the three that I was watching. Yeah. So busy. I've gotten my husband to watch 2 of the Real Housewife shows with me. So that's been amazing. Salt Lake City, craziest one I've ever seen. And then Beverly Hills, as always. So, oh, Becca, it is a slippery slope into those 90 Day shows. There's so many of them and they are so good.
Yeah,
you just like don't. Yeah, if you just don't want to think about anything, you just want to tune out of life, that's the best.
Just pick one. Pick one to watch in the 90 Day multiverse, and then you can expand slowly.
Yeah, that's what we did. So we started with The Other Way because I really like shows that, like, I like to travel, so I like to see places, elsewhere. That's where we started, was with those.
Yeah.
Christian loves 90 Day. I like to see it, Christian. I knew you would. I knew you'd be a 90 Day stan. So is everyone doing Nano? I know Lizelle's doing her own thing. She's celebrated, award nominated. She has her own way of doing things.
I also don't have new stuff to write.
Yeah. Girl, I haven't had new stuff in years, so I'm still working on the same thing. Kevy, what about you? You're not officially doing Nano, right?
Yeah. No, I'm just editing my horror book, so.
Yeah.
I'm not officially doing anything. I mean, I have a plan to finish before the end of the year, but not like a Nano plan.
I'm the only one in this group, so let me know in the chat if any of y'all are actually. I think Becca's definitely doing Nano because I saw her. I've been watching her vlogs. But I'm actually doing it because when Nano started, I was at about 19,000 words, or right around 20,000. So I was like, hey, I can just 50,000 would get me toward the end, because I was estimating this book would be like, this draft would be around 70, like, give or take, So I was like, that's perfect. I forgot that, like, it's a lot of words. It's a lot of words. So I don't really foresee me meeting that goal of 50K. So really what I did, I realized this the other day, that it's like, I mean, for me, if I'm just being honest, like, come to Jesus moment, I think I'm way too far behind to even get remotely close to winning. So then I was like, well, I have been tracking, as much as I hate word count tracking. I have been tracking this one since I started this draft in the summer. And I realized that I write about 5,000 words a month, which is very, very slow, but that's what I've been doing. So I was like, okay, at least for this nano, let me try to do more than 5,000 words. Let's just try to do more in November and see as close to 50 as I can get. So that's my goal. That's what I'm doing for Nano, is just trying to get more than 5,000, as close to 50 as possible. So Lizelle, what are you working on? You're working on edits?
Yeah. So my 2025 book, a master. I know it's so far. I know it's so far away.
I was like,
Master
many books are you working on?
Yeah. Well, it's the last one. It's new. Anyway, it's a dark academia fantasy, a YA one, and so I'm doing my first editor edits, and so today I'm supposed to go through the main character's, like, her arc. Like, I started doing this thing where I pick one, like, thing and I work through the whole book on it. And so I have to do her kind of arc tweaks, because I tweaked her arc a little bit, and then I have to change her shard of glass, and then I got to do all that. And then her family moments, because my editor wanted to see more of her, like, interactions with her family in the beginning. So I have to do that.
Cool.
I can't believe you're already
Kev,
working
you
on
said
it
you're
for 2025.
Yeah, I know, right? 2025.
You're just talking about how this year went by fast. And 2025 feels so far away, but the book's gonna probably, it's gonna like come out like tomorrow, I feel like.
I was thinking about that the other day, because I would like to try to query in 2024. And I was like, okay, let's just say perfect scenario. I do get an agent. I do sell the book. On a good day, the earliest it's going to come out is the end of 2026. You know? So it's like, that's the earliest. So I was like, God, that's a really long time from now.
Yeah.
Regina wants to know if you're still working full-time, Laura.
I am. That's why you barely get to see me these days. So yeah, I was just about to look at the chat to see what everyone. But as far as work, yeah, and I'll just say this: like, I have really, really been missing content. And you can ask Lizelle and Kevin. I'm always saying, like, think I'm gonna make videos this week. Think I'm coming back, and then I never do. And it's really, I'll be completely honest, it's that executive dysfunction. I'm having a really, really hard time with that right now. Especially since I got a few promotions the last 2 years, which is why I've kind of accelerated kind of quickly in my job. And I've been trying to learn how to not let work take all my spoons for the day. That's really where I'm at, because I'm a manager now. I'm like, middle management. I'm the man, I'm the salary man. And so or is that what they call him? Salary man, salary guy, right?
Salary man.
Salary man. Okay.
Yeah.
The salary. Yeah. I'm a salary guy. Not that I have any control over anyone's salary, but and I just been learning how to not let that deplete me of all of my mental energy, because I have to be on a lot at work, and so it's been difficult. So I have been back to writing, which has been great. So I've been able to manage to add that to the plate. What I can't also get to the plate quite yet is also making videos. Also can't get cleaning my house or any other sort of adulting thing I'm supposed to do. It's you get work and you get one other thing out of me. Is it going to be cleaning? Is it going to be work? Is it going to be, writing? What's it going to be? So right now it's writing. So that's all I got. So let's see what everyone else. Okay, Christian's doing.
Evan, what are you working on?
Me? Oh, I've been working on the same thing forever, but I don't know. Maybe someone is new here, So I am working on my OG book, Beware of Monsters, that I have now been working on. So it used to be contemporary, and then I changed it to a horror in 2021. And so in fall of 2021. So I'm still working on that, but I am actually drafting the first draft. I've actually got it primarily plotted out, which is what I've been trying to do the last 2 years. And I'm actually 24,000 words into it. So I'm into a good section of it, So it's I still haven't got a pitch, but it's got small town, spooky cornfields, and all the little, I like horror stuff, so it's yeah. I don't have a pitch for it, but you guys have all heard it a million times, I'm sure. So, let's see. So Oh, Becca's working on a screenplay. I think we're
Yeah.
all kind of on. Is there anyone? That's what I'd like to know. Is there anyone doing like the full Nano experience, like new book, 50K, haven't done anything? Because I feel like more and more people aren't really doing that these days. Let's see. Yeah, I do still work full time.
Regina, thank you very much, but I do not. It's a trick of the light. I do not look young, but thank you. And you look really close. I'm actually graying very badly lately. It finally hit me. All my siblings grayed early. I lucked out until about 30. And now if you look real close, when I'm in the light, it's like snow.
I feel like that's the, you know, I feel like that's a fair time.
I'm okay with
get
it.
grays.
It doesn't bother me. It's whatever.
Yeah.
That's what becoming a dog dad does to you. It makes you stressed.
Yeah. Also, I'm like very out of practice on this streaming thing, so forgive me, y'all. I'm trying to see. Aquarius, I quit at about 21K. I found out I was starting to repeat myself. I didn't give myself enough time to prep. Yeah. I had to do that with some of my chapter sheet. Like I thought I was more prepped, and then I'm like, I don't know. Then I had to like do like a little mind melding on pieces of paper to do that too. So good to see you, Phoebe. Hello, Phoebe. Hi, Debbie.
Regina, I have a golden doodle, which when we got him, he's right here. When we got him, the lady we got him from said, "Oh no, he's a full-blooded poodle." That's not a poodle. He's like the epitome of a golden doodle. If you look up a picture.
Hi, Julia. Good to see you. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Kevin and we've been kind of away for a minute. But not Trusty Lizelle. We love her videos. If you don't already watch Lizelle, go to
always just rely on Lizelle.
Yeah.
Yes, I live in a very remote place. I have one friend in real life here. I have a lot of free time and I'm committed.
That is Lizelle's position in our friendship is I like to show her around and be like, this is the ideal. This is not what you're going to get with me at all. But someday, you're my inspiration, Lizelle. Yeah. Oh, all right. So, all right. I think we're in enough time that maybe we can already do a sprint. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Aquarius loves your videos, Lizelle.
Thank you. Glad you're watching them. I appreciate it.
Oh, hello, Effie. I'm glad you're here. Happy Nano to you. Are you doing Nano? Are you a rebel? Also, okay, really quick as I'm pulling up this timer, I've only seen sideline talks, but like I guess everyone's mad at Nano because there were creeps in the groups, right? So they had to shut down the website. Is that what happened?
I don't know a ton about it, but I think it was like a mod. This is not official. This is just what I've gleaned. But there was a mod that was using, like that was getting information, like the private information that's in the back end of minors, and like potentially also some grooming. And then there wasn't anything done about it by the higher ups. My fix just died. There was.
Oh, she muted herself.
Oh, yeah, you're muted, Lizelle.
Sorry, my earbuds died.
There you go. I thought I heard something died.
Yeah, and then nothing was really done about it until later. And then I think they've now shut the forums down, but haven't yet done a full investigation. But they did put out some sort of statement, but I haven't read the statement. I really don't know very much at all.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people that are like, I'm boycotting Nano. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like I just miss so much of what's going on these days. But yeah, I did hear there was something with grooming, and I was like, oh. But honestly, I have stopped using the Nano website since they shifted over to the new website. Yeah. They really irritated me with that. They also like lost some of my word count, and I was like, why am I using you? You know, and I always felt like the forums were kind of, at least the one.
I actually think, I mean, I don't know about nowadays because we haven't been on it in a while, but I feel like back in the day, Absolute Right had really good forums.
Oh my God, that was the OG, absolute right. That's where I met my first writer online friends years ago. That was like
Those forums were
2013 days, baby.
way better. I don't know if they're still active though.
Yeah, I was
miss those ones. I like went straight to what was it, Agent Query Connect. It's the one that's business. It's about
business as usual. That's right. I was just like, maybe I want to write. Someone tell me I should. That's where I was at. So yeah. All right. So I got a timer. So now I just got to remember how to share this. We'll do 15 minutes. We'll just like, dabble our toes a little bit in sprinting. Because Lord knows I'm squeaky. Share. Yeah. How do I do that again? Present? Is that what I clicked? Oh, I don't remember, you guys.
I feel like it didn't used to say present.
Yeah, now I'm like confused. Is that what it is?
It should. I think present is
Great.
Present and then share screen. You can.
Okay.
You can. Yeah.
Why don't you tell us?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Laura figures it out, Kevin.
Wait, tell what?
Tell people what you're writing.
Oh, I am working. I'm editing my full core novel that I wrote a long time ago. That I started it way too long ago, so I'm finally editing it, and it's about grief and mostly grief and sad stuff. Mostly grief. I would say mostly grief. I'm not ready to give the elevator pitch because I actually think I might be changing some of it in this edit. So.
Oh, interesting. I actually like saying that like it's about grief. I think that's a good way to kind of explain your book if you can't quite get the plot points out yet. Like mine is about a lot of anger and denial and mommy issues, Who can relate?
Mine's about abandonment issues, which had a lot of those from a lot of ex-boyfriends in the day.
Ugh. But now you're married.
I am married now. Yeah, that's very true. I am married.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been online since you've been married. Have you? Maybe once?
I don't know. I've gotten married. I adopted a dog, and I bought a house. That is a total money pit.
In Rhode Island.
Yes.
So lots of changes. Yeah. Devacia's here. Devacia's here. All right. So we're going to do 15 minutes real quick. Also, Devacia, are you working on Nano? Are you doing something? You and Affy, what are you doing? What are you working on? Okay. All right. I hate when it has little things on the side. So what do I do this? Okay, that's good. All right, we ready? We're going to get started. 15 minute sprint. Then what?
Sorry. I was trying to figure out how to mute myself. I forgot.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll be back in 15 to chat. And go. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. I know y'all missed that dangling.
That like buzzer at the end of that reminded me of like an 80s movie or sitcom where like something's revealed. There's some kind of reveal.
You did very much have that.
Oh.
You know there's another one playing.
You have to pause it.
I'm trying not to, and I can't remember how to stop presenting. I'm so old, y'all. There we go. There we go.
But it had a very like 80s like emotional something was revealed.
Yeah.
The dingling?
The actual sound that was going, not the dingling.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, what actual?
There was music playing that whole time.
Oh, there was? Sorry, I had it muted. I didn't know. Apologies. Y'all,
You to mute it,
you know,
but then I was
I
like,
turned
no,
40 this summer, okay?
It wasn't. It was soothing music.
yeah, it was okay.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry about that.
Congrats,
I feel like
Regina.
I feel like I turned 40 this summer, and now I don't know how to use electronics. I don't know what I'm doing. I always have like YouTube muted when I'm like live streaming and stuff, so I didn't even realize I had sound.
Oh, that's why.
So yeah. But you know, I had to bring back the ding-a-ling. So
Congrats, Regina, on finishing editing chapter 8. Exciting.
yeah, let's say I think we also got Forest Elf is here and Eleanor. Hello. Better Off Dead. I don't know what that is. Who's Better Off Dead? Is that something from the 80s that I don't know, Becca? I'm shocked. Wait, is that a
like
movie?
a show name?
Yeah.
It was a romance movie, comedy movie.
Oh.
John Cusack in it.
Becca
Who?
seems appalled.
John Cusack.
Which Cusack movie is that though?
I just know the cover. Like, I think the cover of that one is like he's getting crushed, right, by something.
I don't know. I have to look that one up.
You know who else is in that? That was Dan Schneider, and he's the creep that worked for Nickelodeon.
Ugh. Regina finished editing chapter 8. Congrats. Forest Elf got 188 words. Considering your mom called, that is good. Phoebe wrote most of a handwritten page on a fantasy book. You're writing by hand?
I tried that in the past, but my carpal tunnel starts acting up. I can't do it.
I have to do all my plotting by hand, and then I transfer it onto the computer. But
Because
I do like mind mapping. You know, I do like a lot. It's very beautiful mind. You know, things arrows are pointed to things. So.
I work better sometimes with like tactile. Like I want to touch it. You know, it helps my brain work in a different way than just typing. So.
Yeah. Becca wrote a page and a half, around 150 words. Yes, the iconic ding-a-ling. Always come with that ding-a-ling. It was a show in the 2000s, I think. Oh, something different.
Yeah,
I'll have to look it up because if it's a John Cusack, I mean, I've seen everything by John Cusack. So, my favorite. Oh man, there's something on my shirt. My favorite is the one with Ione Skye. Why am I blanking on that one? Where he's Lloyd Dobber. Lloyd Dobber. But I'm blinking on what that one's called.
It says Better Off Dead is about after his girlfriend ditches him for a boorish ski jock. Lane decides that suicide is the only answer. Oh.
Okay, I remember that one.
Oh Lord, suddenly everything came back.
That's a twist I wasn't expecting.
Ring a bell. Say anything. Thank you, Becca. I mean, don't we all need a Lloyd Dobber in our life? I think so.
Oh, that's the.
All right. Well,
The what?
Isn't that the one?
yes.
We both did the
Yeah,
blue box?
Oh, yeah.
That's the one I know.
I was just about to say too. Lizelle probably doesn't know it because it's an old movie, but
I know
yeah.
that one because people have said it enough times.
Yeah,
I've never watched it for that reason.
it's so good. He's just in love with her, and that's all he wants to be, is in love with her, and it's very cute. Yeah. And then okay, so how did we all do? Lizelle, what did you get done during the whatever you call it?
I made it through the first chapter, just doing my little tweaks and stuff, which is good.
Okay.
I'm very pleased with this first chapter, which I several times was deciding what I wanted to do, but I'm happy with it now. It's got a lot of stuff going on. There's a club scene. She throws a knife at someone. She throws up somewhere. It's great.
Yeah.
Have you ever? I have a question just on your writing process. Have you ever like started a book somewhere and then completely decided like, nope, I need to write a whole new first chapter. This is not where it needs to start.
Oh yeah, I do that all the time.
Do you? Interesting.
Yeah, this one originally, well, it was originally a different club, and then I went to Kingston where it's set, and then the club was like seemingly called something different, and I had to change the club. And then there's an on-campus club, so I thought I was going to do the on-campus club, and then I decided to do the off-campus club, and like stuff like that. And sometimes I'll
Have you ever like fully written it though, and then been like, nope?
I did that for that sci-fi one I was working on that I then realized was too big for me to do.
I feel like you do a lot of planning beforehand, so it doesn't surprise me that you know before you start writing exactly where to write.
Yeah. That one just switched because I had a different main character, and then another character asserted herself as the real main character, and then I had to change the whole first chapter to be her introduction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kevin, what did you get done during the
I'm not actually editing right now. What I'm doing is I'm reading through feedback I got and brainstorming things I can integrate in to fix those issues that people brought up. And so I'm making a list of things I want to like keep this in mind when you do your read through of where you can make notes of where to put this in to flesh this character out, stuff like that. So I'm making a list of things I need to do in this next edit right now.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was just looking. I did 454 words. So hello. That's more than I've done in like a few days now in one day. So that's nice.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm trying to see like in my scene too, it's like it's a diner scene where the main character, so she's following some clues. So basically her best friend has been accused of trying to kill her and she doesn't believe that her friend had anything to do with it. She thinks somebody else had something to do with it, but she doesn't know who that person is. So she's trying to figure out that it's someone she saw the night that she was attacked. And so she's following up on a lead of a car that someone said they saw someone in. It makes more sense if you knew the story, but I'll just leave it at that. And so she has spotted the car parked at the diner. So now she's at the diner, but she doesn't see the person that she was looking for. So she's trying to figure out whose car it is. That's where I'm at. So she's like, okay, it's not that person. Whose car is that? So so I'm trying to figure out how to get her to be able to figure that out. And I just figured out something she can do that would reveal whose car it is. So that's what I'll be writing next during our next sprint.
Key it and see who angrily comes outside.
That's right. Yeah.
I was thinking that too. I was like, or like kick it or something. But it always depends on the character, right? Like, what would they actually do?
Yeah. Yep. So because she thinks maybe since it's not the person she's looking for per se, maybe someone who's connected to that person. So she's trying to figure that out to lead her to that person. Let's see. What is in Regina said she always ends up rewriting the first chapter and often the first 10,000 words. Yeah, I think that's common in the beginning. I know for me, I haven't necessarily started the book somewhere else, although it did take me a while to figure out where I wanted to start it. But rather like that, I don't know how I'm going to open it. Like I didn't expect what I first wrote to be the opening. I kind of wait and kind of throw some different, I have like 3 different openings because, especially since I want to try to get an agent, I really care a lot about those first, like grabbing sentences in the beginning. So I'm not stressing about those too much right now in a first draft. It's just, so I know that stuff will change, but whenever something comes to me as like a possibility of a way to open it, I have like a couple different alternate versions that I have that I'll think on later. Which one I like better. May pull the audience with some people and be like, what are these?
See, I'm going to need to pull the audience on my next beta read to see what people... I was talking to Damien about my book last night, and I was like, it's this meets this, but neither of those I feel like are books, so I feel like I need to compare it to a book.
I don't think so. I'm seeing more and more stuff not being compared to books at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just nervous because they always said like, to pick a book and pick a movie. But okay.
I mean, I think that's pretty common, but I think if you're picking something that's like a vibe or like knowable at all, like it's like really popular, I think you're okay. I mean, at least that's what I've been seeing with a lot of people pitching stuff. I do think, when you're trying to get an agent or something, sometimes they do want to see like where you think that book fits in the market. That would be something more to explain in a query, but I don't know, like for a pitch, you need to worry too much about like a book.
Yeah. Because you could always also like pitch whatever your pitch is with your comps like that. And then like at the end of, or later on with whatever bigger synopsis, you can always say like for fans of, and then you like flip books, and then it's not really a comp. It's just like people that like this might like this. Okay. And then you can use whatever like buzzy comp for a pitch you want.
Okay.
Yep. Jessica. Hello, Jess. I did find the internet. It was quite the feat, though. And I've messed up a few things already along the way. So,
relearning process.
Yeah, Regina, you're right. Like, if you just know, like, hey, this is not... Yeah, because I found myself like, okay, I really want to have a good first sentence. I'm like, why am I worrying about this right now? Like, who cares? Like, So every once in a while, something will pop in my head, like, oh, maybe I could start it like this. And I just kind of file it away in a little folder of stuff I'll look at during the revision process to worry about how it sounds in the beginning. Which, it's taken me a long time to get to that place where I'm letting myself not stress so much. I still am having a hard time with bracketing stuff. Like, I think I've only done it twice so far because a part of me is just like, no, I need to know what they're going to say here to move forward. There's been a few times where I'm like, she's going to make a joke here. I don't know. I can't come up with a joke right here off the top of my head, but there's going to be a joke here. Right. Like, so it's like, insert joke. And then that, but I've been having a hard time doing that. Do you do that a lot, Lizelle, in your first draft? I know Lindsay does.
I feel like those are like fair things to bracket. I don't do a lot of bracketing because I'd rather like write out what the scene is good. Like I can never bracket and be like, and then they're gonna do an epic car chase here or whatever. I would probably try to write a car chase, and then I just be like, I'll just make it like better later. But stuff like that, like a joke, like I would totally bracket that. I bracket descriptions a lot. That's something I do quite a bit because I'm so bad at like picturing things in my head. So I'll bracket a description. I'll be like, she's gonna describe this person. Here you go. Or I'll just do it really, really badly is also my thing. Instead of bracketing, I'll just do it and it'll just be really bad. And then I'll just fix it later. Like those first few drafts, like in this draft, like there's so many little like terrible cliche, like whatever phrases, he growled or she hissed it, and all of that stuff. And I just let it. I'm just whatever, man. This is not the time for it.
Yeah. I like, so I was just looking at which ones I did. So one was the joke where it's like insert a joke here. Because there's like a joke there. I can feel it with what he said, but I just don't have it yet. I want there to be banter there. So there's going to be something, but I can't come up with it just yet. But something earlier I had is there's like an interaction with my character and like another person she hasn't seen in a while, and who's gonna like say something that unknowingly like kind of gives her a clue about something. And so I need to think about like how it's worded where it would make sense that because it's going to be like, it's going to like unlock something for the main character, hearing her say that, but I don't want it to seem like service that she's saying it right. Like I'm having her say this because I need to do it in the plot. So I don't know exactly what she's going to say yet. So I just put like, Ashley says something about the last time, you know, she saw Reagan, and I'll have to figure it out later because that needs to be finessed. The wording of it needs to be finessed where it makes sense in the conversation that they're having, that she would bring that thing up and not know that it would be sort of like a triggering clue for the main character. Like, because if not, then it's like, why would that person bring that up randomly? Like, why would they mention that thing? You know, I need it to be natural to the conversation. So,
yeah. I feel like that's fair. Yeah.
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 Kev, do you do a lot of brackets?
I'm the same as Zell. I'm just like, I'll just write a crappy description.
Yeah, I was like, I probably would have just been like, and she said this, and it would have just been a super unnatural, weird clue. Like, I'll come back later. There's no, you know, no big deal, whatever. Like, I just wrote, I wanted her to send her brother, like her brother to send her a TikTok. And I didn't know what the TikTok would be of, so I just said he sent her a dog video. I'm probably going to change that later.
What's wrong with the dog video?
Well, it's kind of weird for his character. He doesn't have a dog. They've never had a dog. It's just like, but yeah, I'll do stuff like that and just leave it. Oh, Jessica does it for fight scenes, which I think is also like.
Yeah, because that's something I feel like you have to really figure out, like, that would have to be choreographed, I would think.
Well, Forrest Elf says I bracket research. I make notes. I'll say something that I'm like, this is completely inaccurate. But then I'll like make a note somewhere that I need to fix that.
Well, that's what I like about Scribd. I have Scribd set up where I have like, you know, you have like the folders on the left and then my text in the middle. And then I have the notes, like they call it like synopsis, like on the right, but I just use it as notes. So as I'm writing, if I'm writing something I know I need to look up, I'll just put it in that on this draft so I don't like waste my time doing it. Or like there was something else I knew. They had a conversation. At the end of the conversation, I was like, oh, wait, I also wanted them to mention this thing in that conversation and I forgot. And I get nervous. I'm going to lose momentum if I go back and try to like work it in. So I just put a note that's like, when you revise this, because I know everything's going to get revised in this version. Yeah. Everything. So I just put, when you revise this conversation, find a way to also mention this thing in it. So.
Yeah.
I hate admitting it. I still don't understand Scrivener. It doesn't matter how many times people try to explain it to me. I just can't get it. It's not my brain's just not. It won't wrap my mind around it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
When Kevy may be coming to visit me soon, and when you're here, Kev, I'll have to show you like how I use it and how I kind of set. I mean, I know you know how to use it, but I'm gonna kind of like show you how I don't use it in any sort of sophisticated way. Like, I don't understand all the things you can do with it. Like, Katie Tastic, man, she can do like wild things.
Well, one of my agent siblings once, she was like, when we met up, she was like, yeah, this is my project in Scrivener, and she like changed it so like the space around the words were like an image of the book that she had made. And I was like,
oh yeah, people make it aesthetic. People make aesthetic Scrivener.
I can't even figure out.
I don't do any of that stuff.
So.
The compiling is the hardest part.
So I used Scrivener for the first time like years ago, like 2015, and I wrote one of my NaNoWriMos on it. And then when I compiled it, it compiled each Word document into its own chapter, into its own folder, into a master folder. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, there's different ways to compile, and
we don't need that.
Yeah, you have to figure it out. Every single time I'm ready to compile a document, I've once again forgotten how to do everything. And if you want to do even one thing slightly different, it's over for you. Now everything is going to be so hard. I feel like that's fair, Forrest Elf, about the multiple devices thing. Like, you have to use like Dropbox.
Yeah.
And then it like, I don't like the way Scrivener loads on mobile.
The only thing I used to use Google Docs. The only thing I don't like about it now is that apparently the AI, right? They're scanning it to learn how to write.
Mm-hmm. So be careful, Forrest Elf, with your stuff.
Yeah, don't put too much in Google Docs because AI is going to take over everything.
Also, the more words you have in Google Docs, the slower it gets to
Yes.
get through the
Yeah.
document, which is really
Mhm.
hard. So what
I
I
wrote,
do
like-
with
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what I do with Google Docs is if I know, like, oh, I'm gonna be on another device, I'll just copy like the last paragraph or two of what I've been working on my computer, like email it to myself or something, and then or put it in the Google Docs, and I'll just do it from there, and then just kind of copy paste it back into Scrivener. But I don't leave my house that much these days, and I do all my writing on my MacBook, so yeah, I don't really have that much anymore.
I had like 20,000 words in a Google Doc once, and it was it was glitchy. It was horrible. I don't even understand. 20,000 isn't even that many words.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
can't imagine like a full book.
I can't use that at all with the size of everything that I'm writing. So
Yeah, with your chunky books.
yeah,
Oh yeah, your books would explode your computer.
all of them are over 100,000 words, with the exception of the one He-Man Middle Grade. But yeah, so Scrivener is nice. I just like having the separation. Like I
Yes.
hate scrolling through
Yes.
Microsoft Word. Like I hate doing that. I like get overwhelmed at like being able to click on one folder, and it's not even just the chapter, but the specific scene too. Like I separate stuff by scenes now, and so I just feel like I'm super focused in.
You know, it's interesting like that people use different ones because like I'm friends with Ryan LaSala, and he uses a program I've never heard of. I like asked him once because he like sent a picture to the group chat of like it looked almost like Notion, but Notion meets Scrivener. I was like, what is that? He's like, oh, it's just like a random thing I got in college and I still use it. And it had some weird name. I've never heard a single other person ever talk about it. It was so weird. It's just weird, like how, like what works for who. I still want an Alpha Smart because I think I would really enjoy typing on an Alpha Smart.
Not me.
No, I don't think it's like that at all.
I think I would enjoy it. I love like a mechanical keyboard. It reminds me of a mechanical keyboard.
Yeah, I like Scrivener for the same reason as you, Lizelle, being able to go in between the chapters really quickly and easily. I also like how it's organized, how I can have it organized on the left. That's just like the way my brain works with like bullet points, folders, things like that. That's why I also, like you, Lizelle, use Plotter to do my plotting, which now that I've figured out a way that it works for me, I don't quite use it the way it's set up. I do it slightly different, but it works in my brain, for my brain.
Yeah.
So I think Plotter can be amazing for helping to plot things out and having, because I need to be able to like kind of see things. I need to see a little bit before, a little after kind of thing, and having stuff down. And so the way that you can set stuff up on Plotter, so then I have that up with all my notes, and then I use Scrivener to do my writing.
Yeah.
I think I would like Scrivener if I could figure it out, because I basically use Notion for the things that I think you guys use Scrivener for. Like if I have like a bulleted list of edits per section, but I do it all in my Notion page. So because I like to also be able to like pull them up next to each other, but I think you can do that in Scrivener, can't you?
Yeah.
We can talk about it later. We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I have my notes. My notes are showing on the side, and I have my text in the middle.
You can show me when I come visit.
Yeah.
Jess is talking about First Draft Pro.
I've not heard of First Draft Pro.
I've heard of it, but I just knew it was like a browser thing, and I'm stuck in my ways. So,
I know Campfire.
I've never heard of that, Jess. I'll have to look into that.
Campfire, you have to buy the module or like whatever, but you can do it Campfire.
Yeah,
I think people are trying to get away from the apps, like because they take up room, you know, on your Also, if it's browser based, I'm assuming you could access it from anywhere.
That's why I like Campfire though, because you can do it from like a computer or your phone. The only thing I think about, I guess it's cloud based.
Wait, Campfire is browser based?
Yeah, there's a computer version.
Oh, I thought it was only app based.
So there's you can download the app on your computer or do the internet version, I think, or the app on your phone. Right? I don't use it too much.
Nikki.
I just have it.
Phoebe's saying there's glitchiness in Campfire.
I don't use it too much. I just got it.
Who have I seen use Campfire? So I've seen Natalia Lee talked about it like years ago. And then I know Kate has used it. Yeah, and I remember one time. Yeah, I saw one time in one of Kate's videos, her like showing how it looked. And I was like, wow, I can't. It was like the way it was, like my brain works a very particular way. It looked like to me, it looked like what's that other thing, Kev, that you always use that I said was too much for me?
Notion?
On the internet. what is it? Oh my God. All the youth used to use, I don't know, but where you like reblog stuff.
Oh, Tumblr.
Tumblr. It looked very Tumblr-esque to me, where it was like threads of things and words under things. And I was like, this is confusing. I felt the same way about Tumblr. It was, I didn't understand how it worked. It was too confusing the way the words were and how people were doing things. I didn't get it.
I feel like they all have that though. I feel like they all have like a certain like initial confusion that you kind of have to like get over that hump, and then you can actually like see if it's worthwhile.
Yeah, I tried with Tumblr several times and I was just like, I can't.
Yeah, no.
I can't figure out how this works. I actually Regina has Campfire. I think the fact that I have to learn yet another system for doing things puts me off. Yeah.
I use World Anvil, but the issue with that is that it's just subscription based only. You can't just outright buy it, which I don't like.
Justin and Regina are saying Campfire is more confusing than Scrivener. So, R.I.P. Kevin.
I mean, I bought it because when it was on sale, just so I could like try it out, and I honestly never tried it out. So
that's what I did with Plotter. I bought Plotter once when it was like on sale, and then, or they were like doing like a free trial or something, and then I was like, I don't know how to use this. So confusing. And then Lizelle found it a few months later, and she started using it and did a video on it. And I was like, oh, now I can figure out how to use this thing. Let me go back to that.
Yeah. It's good though. I do like them because they do a lot of updates too, which is nice.
Yes.
So like some of the stuff that even when I made that initial video, which was like a year ago now, some of the like initial stuff they didn't have, they've since added, and like they let people in the community like suggest stuff, and then they will like people will like vote it up, and then they'll like start considering it and things like that. So then like you see stuff that the community actually wants coming into the actual program more, which I really like about it.
It's like the Lego Ideas website where you can vote on sets that should become made real.
Yeah.
Oh man, I saw something on there the other day. I can't remember what it was. It's gone from my head now. But yeah, which is nice because then I was like, at least stuff gets done. But yeah, I feel like you gotta pick like one thing and try it out like hardcore to know if you like it.
Want to do another sprint?
I'm pulling up another timer right now. Yeah, I think we could do 20 minutes this time. Does that sound good to y'all? Okay. Why is it saying stop screen? I thought I wasn't sharing the screen.
For self, if you haven't already, you should watch Lizelle's video on Plotter.
Yes, if you want to know how to use Plotter, Lizelle has a great tutorial.
I was not sponsored, so you can believe what no one has ever sponsored me ever, which I do make my email very, very hard for people to find. So more than anything. But
sorry, I plan on using I'm gonna rewatch your video when I plow out my next book. So I can make sure I do
and I'll show you how I use it too, because Lizelle does it a little different, and I can kind of show you how I've made it, because you can use it like different ways, and I think that's what I really like about it too, is you have different, like they have a way of setting it up, and then you can like kind of just tweak it. So I just kind of took what Lizelle does and like just tweaked it just a little bit. So yeah, I think it's helpful to kind of see different ways to do it. I definitely recommend Plotter for plotting. I think it's great.
It's helpful.
Yeah.
I will do an update video. I think I'm doing in the new year, because I'm also started using the world building Bible stuff, which I was ignoring initially, but now I'm using it quite heavily. So
nice. Yeah, I'd be interested to see that for sure, because I've poked around, but I use things in the most basic, most basic way at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Jess. Okay. I can't do those 45-minute, hour, 20-minute sprints. That's not for me. It's not a sprint, girl. Who sprints for 30 minutes? That's called a run. It's called a jog. You know, like that's exercise. Okay. So I'm a sprinter. I'm an OG sprinter. Okay. And we're going to do 20 minutes. That's all. And, that's all you're going to get from me. Okay. 20 minutes. Yeah, 25. When you get to 25, those last 5 minutes, I'm usually like
Yeah.
looking at my phone real quick. So
25 is 5 too far.
yeah, exactly. I think 15 and 20 are good little, little back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
Are we ready, everyone? And I'll see you back in 20. Oh, wait. Is there music to this? I should mute it.
Yes.
Okay. I muted it. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Hello. Did I do it right this time? Did I do everything right the first time?
Yeah, I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
I did sound like a ding-a-ling-a-ling though.
All right. I think a couple people came in. Carrie came in during that sprint, and Elaine. So hi, Carrie. A little late, but better late than never. And hi, Elaine, as well. And Carrie, my project is the same project as always. Beware of monsters, but I'm actually drafting it now. And I will say, during this last sprint, wait, did I? Maybe I didn't. I think I might have hit. I hit 25K. So I hit 25K in the first draft. So be excited about that. Jess, I know you missed that ding-a-ling. Glad you got to experience it tonight. The jokes never end for me on the ding-a-ling, just so y'all know. They never get old.
Oh, we know.
Endless ding-a-ling jokes for you. All right. For Self got 277 words. MC's in a rough headspace to write. Ooh, those are tough. I'm writing a banter scene, which are always my fave. So Becca wrote 3 pages. Okay, girl. Phoebe did over a page handwritten. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, everyone, for congratulating me on 25K. I think I did pretty decent in that sprint too. Let me see how many words I got. I want to say it was close to the last time. I know where I started because I had her order a Cobb salad. And then the next sentence right after this is, why did I order a Cobb salad? So it was like one of those like freak out things where she's like, I'm just going to order the first thing I see. And then she orders a Cobb salad. She's like, what did I just order? Ew.
Oh, it should be a wedge salad because wedge salads are so stupid. You just get half.
I love a wedge salad.
No, it's stupid. You just get half a head of lettuce.
Yeah.
It's
oh
dumb.
my god, it's so good. It's about the way it like crunches.
They said prepare your own food. Here's half a head of lettuce.
It's the crunch. It's not half. It's like cut as a wedge. It's very nice. I actually did 598 words on that. So woo to me, y'all. That's like I think I've done like a little over 1,100 words so far. So my god, I haven't done that much in like a week. This is why I needed to do this.
Yeah.
This is why I needed to do this. I needed to be like in the headspace to like.
Well, then you should be live streaming more often, Laura.
Right? I should. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. I don't want to make any promises, people. I don't want to make any promises. I'm not good at those. I was telling Kevin this the other day. What were we talking about, Kevin? I said, I'm an ideas person. A doer.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about going to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, I'm talking about going to Myrtle Beach. I'm like, I have lots of ideas. Lizelle, what did you get done during that sprint?
I did part of my second chapter. I was like, oh my gosh, Bobo is like getting all up in my shit. She like smashed her way in. I don't think you can see her.
Like, pick me up. Aw, puppy.
She smashed her way into the room and then proceeded to sniff at my food.
And she said, no, it's my turn.
Yeah, she was like, did someone say puppers?
Yeah, she said, it's my turn to shine.
Yes.
Hi.
Yeah, so I got partway through a chapter. I'm really trying hardcore to establish this thing with her family dynamic and her, because the whole thing of the book is she's trying to find her brother and like, because he like goes missing at some point, and she's like, okay, so she joins this society so that she can gain the sort of clout and recognition because she thinks something to do with the society has happened to him, and that's why he's disappeared. And so, but you only get to meet him for like one chapter and then he's gone. So then that was like, my editor was like, I'd like to see more of their relationship and stuff. So I'm trying to go in like hardcore about her and her brother being super close. So it makes sense that she's like, yeah, I'll join this competition where I might die to find my brother. But she's also like, she's kind of like, she's very self-destructive on purpose. So I also don't think it's a that much of a far cry that she'd do something like this, because she was already torpedoing every aspect of her life. So she's really just kind of like, whatever.
Oh, we lost Laura.
Yeah. We lost her.
I like characters that are like that. I like when they like are kind of, they're messes, you know?
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
completely start spiraling their lives. Like I like that because I feel like it's interesting when they're like, it's interesting when they like try to figure something. They're trying to like figure something out, but they're also just like bumbling around through life.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just love that combination of like, I'm trying to do good, but I'm also a mess. You know?
Yeah.
I love that.
It's true. And she's not even necessarily trying to do good. But yeah, she's definitely the messiest character I have. But yeah, she's not even necessarily trying to do good, because she's supposed to team up with this guy to win this competition, and that also will save his life. And she's like, I'm going to quit the second I find my brother and get out of here. I don't know you. I don't owe you anything. So, but yeah, no, it's fun because she always just will do like the worst thing in every situation, because that's how she is.
I always find it interesting reading characters that are like, I'm willing to do anything for my family. Family comes first. Like, especially when they're willing to do like crazy stuff. Like it seems like your character's like, as soon as I get my brother, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like that to me is really interesting because I like stories about family, and especially messy families. I know Lindsay's the same way. Like I love a messy family. Love it.
Yeah, no, it's fun. And they are like a messy family, because she's like, her mom is also missing. Her mom's been missing for a while though. She like doesn't talk to her dad anymore. She's annoyed with him. She like does all these self-destructive things. Her like aunt is trying to be close with her. She ignores her too. It's a whole thing. But yeah, it's a fun time.
I feel like this is why I should watch Fall of the House of Usher, because it's about family, right? I mean, I haven't watched it yet because I have a love-hate relationship with Mike Flanagan.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet, but I will eventually. Hello, Laura.
I'm back. It just like booted me out. I don't know. I have no idea. Because I was in the middle of telling her story about her book, and then I was just boom, kicked out.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
sorry about that, folks.
I finished telling my story, so it's okay.
Okay. Sorry about that. To be so rude. I don't know what stream I was doing. I basically had to unconnect from the internet and then connect back on. So then I was fine.
Oh, weird.
Kev, did you say what you worked on during the sprint?
No, I'm just brainstorming more because I'm trying to flesh out a lot of the characters in my book, and I need the book to be longer to do that, but I don't want to just it to be longer for no reason kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like you don't want to add filler just for filler. So I'm trying to figure out scenes that flesh out the characters, but also make sense for the story. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I also came up with a lot of secret background motivations that I have in my head that I don't think will ever come up between two characters. I don't think will ever come up in the book, but I know they're acting the way they're acting because of this. And I think that'll be interesting, just how it drives the two characters. And I
think that can be good, even if it doesn't come up, because it gives you direction and purpose for deciding the way that they respond to things.
Yeah.
So it'll come out a little bit more like sort of cohesive, and it'll make sense to use, so it'll feel like it makes sense on the page, even if people don't.
I think that if you really looked into some of the things happening, you'd be able to pick what's going on, but I'm not going to explicitly state it on the page. So.
Yeah.
It has to do with the character page. So that's funny that I said on page. Anyway.
So I had my main character do the thing to figure out whose car it was, and she now knows whose car it is and has confronted that person outside. So that's where I'm at. She said she was going to the bathroom and has instead snuck outside to confront the person whose car it is. So that's where I'm at. So I'm in that fun part of the mystery where it's like following up on clues, trying to figure stuff out. So
yeah, doing all the stressful stuff that the reader is like, oh my gosh.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Also, Cobb salads, they come with blue cheese dressing, right? Is that typical for a Cobb salad? Okay.
I think in the US at least, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Because I too have never had a Cobb salad. So I was just trying to think of like a kind of salad because I wanted her to order a salad.
I've had it, but I don't eat dressing. So
At all?
I
No.
used to not eat dressing. Yeah, I used to be a no salad or no dressing salad girly for a long time. I would just put a lot of shredded cheese on it. That was
I
my.
just don't eat them because I think that's what makes a salad good is the dressing.
Yes,
and I don't
it
really
is.
like it.
Yeah, when I was younger, it took me a long time to figure out dress. Now I like quite a few, but back in the day, like I didn't like any dress because I've had to come a long way with eating things that are wet. I don't like wet foods.
I think it's a chopped salad that comes with blue cheese dressing, according to Google.
What comes on a Cobb salad then?
Well, this says a classic wedge salad is served with blue cheese dressing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what it looks like. It's a big wedge and it's got like white stuff on it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe I'll change it to a wedge salad. The whole point is that she's supposed to just order a
Well,
salad.
I think it's weird. I think it'd be weird.
Just trying to order quickly and then, because I think it's funny, like because she's like plus size too. So then her uncle thinks she has a thing for the waiter, and she doesn't. Mm-hmm. But then when she orders a salad, so that's why I wanted it to be when she just randomly picks something. And he's like, "Oh, sure." You just happen to order a salad, right? She's not a salad girly kind of thing.
I think a wedge salad would be funny because the thought of like any teenager ever wanting a wedge salad is hilarious to me. Like, what teenager's like going to like a diner and be like, "I want the wedge salad."
Have a wedge salad? Would a diner have a wedge salad though? That feels like it's a little elevated. Wedge.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of places have wedge salads, but like
if you don't like a Caesar salad, you know exactly what's a Caesar salad.
But I feel like if you get a wedge salad anywhere, if you got it like a diner, they'd probably give it to you with just like the giant ass hunk with some ranch. They like deal with it.
Yeah, the Caesar salad is the unhealthiest of all salads, so that would be the one that would make the most sense for a not salad girly to get, because that's like your entryway.
Salad
really just lettuce and cheese and dressing is the cheese.
Because a Cobb salad is like bacon, chicken, a bunch of shredded cheese.
Well, it's got a hard-boiled egg. Yeah. Yeah, it's like this complicated thing. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Becca says wedge salad is blue cheese and blue cheese chugs.
I mean, blow chunks. It's disgusting. Love you.
Bacon. Okay, so then does Cobb come with ranch usually?
I tried Googling it and it said it came with Cobb dressing. Like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's unclear.
Okay, yeah. Because I just it really doesn't
like matter. I put the dressing on and I ate it.
Yeah. Well, because he was like following up, the question like what kind of dressing. Because I wanted to I'm gonna have him ask blue cheese, even if that's not what's typical. We'll just have him ask. Because that's part of the thing. She's like, oh, ranch or blue cheese. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Becca.
I Googled, can you get
where he says ranch or blue cheese, and she's like,
yeah.
I Googled it, and you can get a wedge salad at a diner, depending on if it's a local diner. Chains won't have them though.
Yeah, this is a local diner.
But if you think about it, it's easy to make a wedge salad, right? You just cut it and you don't have to do anything. You just hand it to him and you say,
well, it depends on, you have to buy the salad as a head so that you can cut it. Whereas like a lot of restaurants don't, they'll get it already chopped.
That's gross.
So you would have to. What do you mean that's gross? You don't buy?
No, I go to fancy restaurants where they cut up the lettuce themselves.
I'm just saying, buying shredded lettuce is pretty common. But you'd have to go out of your way to get like the whole head, right, for a wedge. A lot of thought goes into these things, people. Okay?
Apparently, I've never thought about salad so much in my life.
Yeah. Clearly, I don't think about salad that much in my life either. So
we actually made a green goddess salad the other day. It was delicious because Panera has the best green goddess salad, and the recipe for their dressing is on their website. So I was like, hell yeah, I don't have to go to Panera.
That is my newest dressing that I have added to my repertoire. We got some green goddess dressing from Target. They have their a brand, and it's very good. See, I like to put, because I don't like condiments. I don't like things wet. But I will put on like a sandwich. I'll take a little bit of dressing, like usually Caesar dressing, but now I've added green goddess, and I just put the lightest of light. So it's just a hint of the flavor, but it cannot make my sandwich wet. I just put it just enough to get the flavor on my bread. And it's good. Yeah.
Well, if you ever want to try the best green goddess you'll ever have in your life, Panera Panera makes it, but they also have the recipe on their website, so you can make it yourself.
I have
my
come
God.
around on ice.
Why am I being barked at?
She wants you to play.
I don't know. I don't know why she's barking at me. She's usually very quiet. Unless
That's true.
my boyfriend
Yeah.
forgot to feed her when he said he would.
Uh-oh.
She really wants something.
I
Maybe
need
she has to go to the
Henry.
bathroom. Does she have a
Yeah.
doggy door?
No, but we let her out and she was out. I think that maybe he forgot to feed her. She was
Oh.
supposed to be fed at 6, but I came on here at 6, so I asked him to feed her, and I think maybe he forgot.
Mm.
And that's why she's freaking out.
Aw.
When we start the sprint.
Yeah. Well, we'll go to a sprint again really quick here because we don't want Bobo to be too hungry. That's why I say to my dog, "Are you hungry?" Jess, I did not know that Red Lobster uses the same mix as Olive Garden. Olive Garden has a great salad, so
They do.
they
they have those red onions in there.
I love their Italian dressing too. It's very good. God, all this talk about salad. I actually want to eat salad now,
I know.
which
I was just thinking. I was thinking we have some salad stuff in the kitchen. We made our own pickled red onions. Super easy, delicious on salad, delicious on sandwiches, delicious on burgers.
Red onions. I don't understand the
red
logic.
onions. Red onions.
Oh, pickled red onion. But okay, when I was in Iceland, I got a pizza in Iceland that had pickled red onions on it. Dead and resurrected right there in Husavik, Iceland. It was so good. It was so good. Pickled red onions on pizza.
I gotta
Delicious.
do something about this.
Okay, go get you can.
Yeah, I'm about to get his favorite. Go ahead, go.
Speaking of pizza, Laura, we had Uno Chicago pizza for dinner because Monday's half price day, and we got a free Beyond Meat cheeseburger pizza. So
Interesting.
it had Beyond
Verdict.
Meat. It had okay. Let me explain it first because it's kind of weird. It didn't have red sauce. I don't know what kind of sauce it had, but it had Beyond Meat burger, and then they put pickles on it and ketchup and mustard and red onions.
No, immediately no.
It was weird,
No.
but it wasn't bad. It tasted like you were eating a burger, but instead of having a bun, you had a cornmeal deep dish crust wrapped around it.
Ooh,
It's very strange.
Okay,
It's very
don't hate
strange.
that. Why is this happening? Fucking
Damien,
I'm trying to pull up a timer while we're talking here.
no problem. How do we feel about a
I was
salad?
looking at
snack?
pizza,
Everyone's talking about salad.
Do we have salad?
Yeah, we have salad.
Talking about that nasty salad.
Oh, fine, never mind. I'll make my own salad. Anyway, what were you saying, Laura?
I was asking if the Uno pizza was good because it's a chain, so I didn't know if put outside of Illinois kind of thing.
It's you like it better than Tony's Little Italy. Get out of my house.
I was
Get
gonna say,
out.
come on now. That
It's
can't.
good for what it is.
Yeah, I think
He likes it
everyone's
better.
going.
Damien liked it better than Nancy's, but to be fair, when we got Nancy's, we got like two. We got like a vegetable one, and it was not good.
Dude,
No.
you can just get Nancy's cheese, and it's.
I know.
It's like
We should have. But it's good for what it is. It does give you a cornmeal crust, so that's nice. But it is still fast food. What?
It also they'll also put fresh basil in a Nancy's pizza. Oh my god, so good.
Well, Damien had a bad experience with Tony's Little Italy when the old guy that runs it got really angry at us because he said that we ordered sausage. I was like, I don't eat meat. Why would I order sausage? And we got in a fight with him. He had a bad feeling about Tony's Little Italy because of that.
I didn't know that happened. I'm trying to get this timer and
Damien, Jessica says hi. Yeah.
She was fed, by the way. He did feed her.
oh, then what was her
He's doing
major
something.
malfunction?
He's doing something outside that
Oh.
involves like a meat thing, and so she's freaking out because she wants to go and like get into it. She's not supposed to get into it, and so that's why she's being a pest. So she was sent back inside.
Classic doggo.
Becca, if you ever go to the OC and you want deep dish pizza, you should go to Placentia and go to Tony's Little Italy.
Yes.
It's some of the best deep dish pizza. It's so good.
Yes. But I think a lot of people are going to have a salad after this because this is during dinner time. So I'm going to be eating a late dinner for sure. And I am going to see if I think we have some salad mix in there. So
Never once salad in my whole life.
I want salad now. I think sounds good.
There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do another 20-minute. Let me see if I can get this to.
Hello,
To
young
work.
man. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. You want pets?
There we go.
Oh, he's such a young man.
Huh? Hoagie, you look so well behaved now in comparison.
He's not always
Yeah.
like this. He's got his little Karen sweater on.
Oh.
He's like, I'm 40 and I have something to say about your service at this establishment.
Curry chicken salad sounds interesting.
Good boy.
I do like curry chicken and I do like salad. You know what I don't like is chicken salad. So I probably wouldn't like that because it's like mayo, right? Usually,
I don't know. I've never had chicken salad.
I think chicken salad is like chopped up chicken with mayo.
Dude, you know what's delicious? Egg salad, potato salad, every single pasta salad.
Ew,
Delicious.
that
delicious,
all has
delicious.
mayo.
Delicious.
Ugh.
You know who loves that stuff? Dad. You go to a buffet, he eats a whole plate of just different pasta salads.
Okay, Dad will eat anything though, to be fair. Yeah, and if you're new here, Kevin and I are brother and sister. Isn't that wild?
Not really. We look so much alike.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're so far away from your camera. I don't think anybody would be able to tell, even if we did.
It's just like above. It's a on the top of the monitor. So
yeah.
This
Well,
is how I use it for.
laptop.
Yeah, this
really
is what I
close to
use
it.
for work. This is my angle for work too. So when I have my one-on-ones with my direct reports,
I hate one-on-ones. They're the worst.
not
I like
mine. Mine,
one-on-ones.
you know, I'm a good time. You know,
Doubt
my one-on-ones are always a good time.
Yeah, it depends on your like manager. I like my one-on-ones with the manager because we just shit talk.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
like,
I get along with my
hey,
manager.
what's up? What you been doing these last 2 weeks? I'm the cool manager, you know? So, all right. I think I finally got this timer ready. I just got to pull it back a second here and start it back over.
Oh, you already muted it.
It's muted. Okay, are we ready for another sprint? Yeah. Okay, everybody. Let's see. Let's see how much I can get done. See if I can hit 600 this time. Probably not, but let's see. And go. Wait. Now go. It's the final ding-a-ling-a-ling. Stop screen. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Final ding-a-ling.
Hello.
Hello. I was on a little bit of a kick there. Let me see how many words I got. I think I got a good amount.
I have, again, no way to quantify what I did.
Yeah. We are generally the same.
What did you do, Kev?
I'm just still doing the same. I'm coming through the last of my notes. I mean, my feedback. I'm doing a little bit of research and just coming up with things to add in. Once again, watch out for pictures.
I'm trying to count how many words I did, and it's like not cooperating. It's like not letting me highlight. So you were just working on like the same stuff you were the last sprint?
Yeah, there's a lot to do. So
Yeah.
What about you, Lizelle?
Yeah, just doing more of my family insert stuff that I have to do to establish that more, which I think is working out. I think I'm painting a more firm picture of the family from the beginning. Because what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to like do any like flashback things. I didn't want to start with setup before that point. Like I could have made the whole setup like before they moved to the new town, and then the inciting incident could have been like their mom going missing, but I didn't want to do that because there's like too much backstory and stuff, and like it's a dark academia, so I wanted to get on campus like from page 1. I wanted to be on campus, and so all of that then became backstory. So I'm a little bit catching up, and it's a little bit just because her mom is missing, so she can have no direct interaction with her mom, and she doesn't talk to her dad. So there's also it just has to be a lot of like memory stuff of her being like, this is what it was like, and blah blah blah, with only her brother kind of there. But I think it's working out better. I think it's creating a better picture for the setup, so that once her brother goes missing, it'll be more clear, like, 1, why she isn't going to other family members, and like 2, why she's like intent on getting to him. But yeah, no, it's good. Does
this book take place in Toronto?
It's in Kingston. So Kingston, right. Ontario. So they're from Toronto, and then Queen's University is in Kingston, Ontario. Okay. So her brother started there last year, and so he's in his 2nd year. And then her dad is teaching at the college there, St. Lawrence College. So he moves her down there when their mom goes missing. And she was supposed to go to Queen's too, but she decided to let her acceptance lapse because she's torpedoing her life. She's like, I'm not going to do any of the stuff that you all wanted me to do. So I'm not going to university. I'm not doing anything. I'm just working at Tim Hortons and getting drunk and partying. So that's where
I love Tim Hortons.
I wrote 657 words that time, so I'm kind of killing it in this sprint today as well. I need to do these more often, especially because I do have these chapters plotted out. I think for me, like on a day-to-day basis, like I already have them plotted. So like if I could just sit down and work on them, I think I'm just like having a hard time like carving out that time and that space to like really focus. Because a lot of times when I write, I'm just like watching TV and kind of loosely doing it slowly. And I think realizing if I just did a couple of quick sprints, I could get so much more done. So yeah.
Sure.
In this part, I'm kind of like rounding out this chapter. So basically she confronts the person, and that person reveals something about the person she's looking for. And so now she has blackmailed this person into helping her follow up on that lead. So
there you go.
So that is because she needs help. She needs help following up on the stuff. And so she's going to blackmail someone to help her.
So blackmail, classic.
Love that for her.
well. Yeah.
I'm curious how many words I got this whole stream because I feel like it was a lot, like maybe 2,000 or something.
Christian said he hit 25,000 words.
Oh,
Oh, congrats, Christian. You and I were very similar. Let's see, where am I at? I'm at I'm at 25,722 now. So I should do some math here and see how many I did this whole sprint. Let's see.
Scrivener doesn't just tell you at the top?
Huh?
Doesn't Scrivener like tell you at the top, the big top bar says how many words you've written like this session? So it should be the day.
I don't see that.
Maybe Laura's has hers set up differently.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at. I know how to go into like project and look at that, but I don't know how to do like I don't know. I think you have to have it set up to do sessions. Don't you know? You put like a goal in for that or no?
Well, it does it kind of auto. Usually it's like right underneath your title. You like there's like a little bar thing, and if you hover your cursor over it.
You're asking too much of her.
I'm just learning this for the first time. Yes, it does. I did. Thank you for to do some math. I did 2,285 words.
Yay!
Does that sound right?
And you learned something new.
But that seems like a lot. Did I really do that many?
Well, you said unless you copied and did you copy and paste anything?
No.
It counts
so maybe I did do that many.
Laura's feeling herself.
I'm very shocked here. No, I don't think I did do that many. Hold on, because I was at 24,000 before I started, so that's not 2,000. 24.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I did 17. I wonder why it said 22.
Do you have to completely close out of Scrivener for that session thing to restart?
Usually it does it by time. So like,
did you work on it at all in the like an hour before the stream or something?
Haven't worked on it all today. Yeah, it says 2,200. I did 1,700. So either way, very good. Yeah, but yeah, I should look into that to see what it's using. Maybe it's using like different. You know what? It might be on a different time zone. I don't know. I gotta look at it. But now I'm interested. Yeah.
Yeah. But you could check it out. You could set it in the project settings and it'll always be there.
Yeah. Let me look into that. But yeah, I did 17,000. 17,000.
17,000?
1,709 words. That is amazing. Like I literally have not even done remotely close to that. So before. Wait, what is going on?
Okay. That's already like a third of your 5,000 goal.
Yeah.
Yes, because I had I didn't say this earlier, but I'd already written the 5,000 like so far in November. Like that's what I wanted to do is I wanted to do more than that. And so I had realized I had just hit like 5,000. So up till today, I had only written about 5,000 and then I did 1,700 in one day. I wrote 5,000 over the course of 19 days. And then in one day, I did.
You need more live streams, Laura.
I do, but it also helps that I'm not working this week. Yeah, but it helps that I'm not working this week too. Like, so that gives me a little bit more bandwidth. To be able to do, to be able to put my energies into something else.
Yeah, you're not tired by the end of the day.
Yeah, because a lot of my job, like being a manager, is just talking to other people and like helping them through their problems and issues and stuff. And so, yeah, it's like a lot of socializing essentially. So it's like, not that writing is socializing, but that just like drains me, period. So then when it's like when I'm off work, and then also Aaron and I cook dinner together, usually most nights. And that usually takes like an hour and a half. So it's like, at that point, it's like late in the evening. I'm usually like dead, so, but I'm trying to like find the space, find the time to like, get in there because I do want to prioritize this. I do want to query in 2024. Like I really hoping to get there. At least I'm going to make the most concerted effort I've ever made to try to get to that place. So, yeah, so that's making me feel good though, because I'm almost at 26,000 in this. I'm about done with this chapter. And so my next chapter, is a twist. Something happens. Something big happens in the next chapter. So it's the midpoint towards my midpoint. So I kind of break it up, that first half with something in the middle, halfway to the midpoint. So, and it involves a dead body. I'll just say that. So, so yeah. So we're gonna get our first little whiff of death there in the next chapter. So, all right. How did other people do? Oh, Regina says, thanks for so much fun. Don't stay away too long. I'm going to try. I really am, Regina. Like, I legitimately miss just like making writing so much more of a focus of my life, like talking about it and having, like making content and things like that. Like, I'm hoping for the new year, like I'm really trying to like work my life around right now in the next month or so to get it so that in 2024 things are a little bit more aligned with how I'd like it to be, different than this. This was a rough year for me. Aaron and I both had health stuff going on for a lot of the year that was just like, took up a lot of my bandwidth with that as well.
You scared me when you said 2024. I was like, oh.
When I was putting up the reminder for this, or like the little thing, I put NaNoWriMo 2024. I'm like, whoa! I'm just like, I'm ready. I'm ready for it to be 2024. I'm over 2023. It was terrible. It was not a good year for me. So let's bring in the new year.
Done with it.
Over it.
I feel like I always just get stressed about the change, even though I know it's not a real change because time is abstract and we made up a calendar and nothing really happens.
Yeah. I was reading listening to my horoscope on TikTok today that us Aquarius risings, Pluto is finally moving somewhere that's going to help me as an Aquarius rising in the new year. And I'm supposed to become a completely different person. So like every single thing about you is going to change. I'm like, hey, I'm here for it. I'll take it. So maybe I'll be more organized and more on top of things, be able to create things, do things, and not just talk about it. We'll see. Watch this space. You never know. What about you, Kevy? Are we ever going to see you grace the YouTube screen again, or am I only going to be able to smuggle you in here and there on some live streams?
I don't know. To be honest, I was talking to Damien about it, and I miss uploading. And I know that people don't care. They just want to watch the journey. But it gets mentally draining to just be like, didn't sell another book, didn't sell another book, didn't sell another book died. And it's just like, I can only do that for so long. So maybe if I have some changes in my writing life coming up soon, I don't know, then maybe I'll start making videos again. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I know people don't care because they're just there for the journey, but like, and I know, it just gets mentally draining.
Yeah. So. That's kind of how I was feeling for a while when I stopped making content too, was because I was really getting stuck on plotting, and stuff was going on at work, and I really wasn't making a lot of quick movement with my writing. It was kind of on the back burner for a while. I was like, I don't want to make videos where I'm constantly being like, oh, I barely did anything recently. I haven't really been writing. Like, I wanted to wait, and I was tired of saying like, oh, soon. I wanted to wait until I was actually like drafting, and I've had some false starts in the past, so I also didn't want to start making content again and then I drop off. So the fact that I'm like past the 25K mark, like I'm legitimately writing this draft. Like this is actually happening. And so now I feel a little bit better about wanting to create content again and like talk about what I'm working on and things like that. I just need to like do it, really. Really just like get over that hump of like saying I'm going to do something and then actually doing it. So hopefully. So did you guys all do it seems like you guys did a bit in this as well. Lizelle, it seems like you got a lot done, and Kevy, you got a lot done. I know you haven't, you've just kind of dabbling back into it. What about the rest of y'all? Elaine got 166 words and cleaned up her outline. Nice. Elaine, is it Pride and Prejudice remake that you're working on? I feel like that's what I saw on Instagram. I do update my Instagram semi-regularly if you want. And I did dabble for a moment in TikTok. I also fell off of that. I may try to get back on, but you know what you're getting with me, okay? There are no surprises here. Nicole did some brainstorming. Let's see. We saw that Christian hit 25K, which is great. Oh, Becca wrote a dream sequence with her grandma's ghost.
Mhm.
I dream about dead people a lot. I guess that was a weird way to phrase it, but
Yeah, it was.
people I've lost. I dream about them a lot. And I feel like some of those dreams I don't think are dreams. I do believe that. I think I'm really actually, it feels real, you know?
Mhm.
So, yeah. I like that sort of thought about like dreams are your chance to like, you know, interact with people you've lost. It's like you're between the veil, you know, you're in this weird space. Yeah. Yay, Becca got done and made dinner. Nice. Jane Eyre. I knew it was something like that, Elaine. I knew I was so close. I knew I was so close with the Pride and Prejudice. So Jane Eyre, yes. Exciting. Fun. Well, you know, I didn't think about the timing of this when I scheduled it, and I haven't had dinner. So I probably need to go and have dinner. But you guys, this was so fun. And I actually got words done, and it actually gave me back some confidence too. Like, okay, girl, you have ideas, you can write things, you know, you can make progress. So maybe I'll try to pop up again sometime this week. We don't really do much for Thanksgiving. Although I'm very excited because it's like a good day for television. We watch the Macy's Day Parade. We watch the dog show, and then we always watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So I'm very excited for that. We always have pizza. So that's our thing on Thanksgiving. But this year, we're going to do filet mignon instead of turkey. I don't like turkey.
Fancy.
Yeah. So we're going to do filet. We're going to try cooking it at home for the first time. So that will be interesting. Well, Aaron's going to cook it. But we're going to, let's be honest here. Yeah, we have some good desserts and stuff. I love a pecan pie. We're also getting a sweet potato pie bread. Just like a sweet potato pie and a white chocolate cake, and they're like smushed together into one thing. And it's so good.
Can you get one of those? Can you get something from that bakery when we come visit?
Yes, they do
For New Year's, maybe?
Christmas. They do a Christmas, you know, the little white cakes.
The Big Deborah. They make a Big Deborah cake.
We are getting a Big Deborah, and there will be plenty. There'll be plenty left when you come to visit because we're getting it for Christmas. So
the little Debbie, the Big Deborah.
Yeah. Oh, Regina, your brother visits you in your dreams. I love that. Yeah, it's a nice way to get sort of it feels like a visit. I think that's a great way of sort of thinking about it. Thanks for coming for us, Elf. I appreciate it. Like I said, I really like seeing you guys. I'm really hoping to maybe pop on here again. I say this every time, so I feel bad, but I really do want to be making content. So maybe, hopefully soon. I am feeling better, you know, and I am making progress on my book. So I have something to talk about. So, yeah, we'll see. But as always, thank you, Lizelle and Kevy, for joining. I always feel like I need Lizelle as the anchor, you know, to things like, okay, Lizelle would not stop typing right now. She would keep going. I need a bracelet that says WWLD. What would Lizelle do? That's what I'm gonna get. So anytime I want to,
when I do evening sprints. No, and it's so funny because when I do evening sprints, I was like, this is the least amount of work I'm doing, and I can only do them because I've done my stuff in the morning.
Yeah. She's like, oh, this is nothing. This is just pitter patter hobby stuff that I'm doing.
I just find it funny because I was like, this is the least productiveness I have.
Yeah. Well, this is the most productive I've been, so thank you, Lizelle. And thank you, Kev, as always. keeping your sister company. And thank you guys so much for coming. And if you're watching this late, thank you for watching. I miss you all. And if you are not already, subscribe to Lizelle. Subscribe to Lizelle. She's got that regular. She is reliable. Okay, reliable Lizelle. She makes the content. She posts it. When she says she's going to do something, by God, she does it. So, and yeah, exactly, 2 times. So, and also don't forget that her book, if you have not already pre-ordered Tender Beasts, please pre-order it. It is so good. So good. You will love
And
it.
if you're on Goodreads and you want to vote for my book in the Goodreads Choice Awards,
I forgot to plug that.
I
Yes,
would
vote for
appreciate it.
Go vote.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time an AuthorTuber has been nominated for a Goodreads Choice Award. So, I mean, can you think of another AuthorTuber?
I don't know, but maybe a romance author? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think you're the first trailblazer, Lizelle.
Yeah, I would appreciate your votes. We know Divine Rivals is going to take it, but if you get me into the top 10, it'll look really good. So
yeah, it's all about getting eyeballs on the book for as long as possible by as many people as possible. So tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your neighbor, tell everybody you know. Vote for Lizelle in the Goodreads Choice Awards Young Adult. It's in the fantasy
and sci-fi. Yeah.
Fantasy and sci-fi.
They should make a YA horror section, but whatever.
They really should.
I mean, they took away 2 categories this year.
Or like thriller horror mystery would be amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they took away 2 categories this year, so
I know.
But people are really asking for
one is brutal.
Yeah, and the graphic novel was brutal. I was really hyped up.
I forgot that was
voting the graphic novel one. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, thanks, La Femme Nikita. She's gonna vote, Lizelle. We got your vote there. So
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, if I can remember how to end a stream. Oh, here we go. Then I will do that. So thanks, everyone, and I hope I see you soon. I love you guys. Bye.
Bye.